I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am already tired of 8 a.m. classes. Like, I know I've only been going to college for like 2 days. This is Tuesday, but I'm literally like already through with it. On Sunday night, I stayed up really late with Jaden, really talked about like parking and all this different kind of stuff, just because like talking about Texas Tech, where I need to go, different stuff like that. But I'm just already tired of it. I stayed up late Sunday night, didn't get a lot of sleep, then went at 8 a.m., had classes through like 11:50, then came home. Honestly, didn't even go to sleep after I came home either. I was just like, I wanted to go to sleep, but I just couldn't. And then, so even if I didn't have a long day on Monday, and usually Mondays, like, just for college-wise, I don't have that many classes. I have 3 classes, so I start at 8 a.m., I have a class for 50 minutes, I have another class for 50 minutes, then I have an hour break, and then I start my next class. But literally after that, I was already pretty tired just because of Tech campus. It's a really big campus, just so like you're constantly walking around. There's so many places you need to go. It's just so far from everywhere. Literally, like, you need to walk a mile to get to like every class. And now my old high school, literally the one I just went to, it was like all the classes were like right next to each other. You literally just switch. You stay in the same building most of the time, and even if you do, it's just a slight walk. But college, whole different ball game. So it looks like they've added in the shockwave grenade. I think that's kind of like the impulse grenade, but you don't take any fall damage. And apparently, like, you launch yourself a lot further. And I've also seen a video, like, literally you launch through buildings. So like, let's say you have a wall behind you. If you get hit with the grenade, you will literally fly through that building or that wall or whatever structure is behind you. So that's pretty cool. And then we got 50-50 solid gold. I mean, I'm not a big fan of solid gold in general, but the 50-50 is probably one of my favorite limited time modes, just because you can go in there, you can get a lot of kills, just because I usually try to get my guns and go to the opposite side because it's split like right down the middle between teams. So I can get my guns, go to the middle, and try to get a lot of kills, just because it has the opportunity. It's like 50-50, so there's gonna be a lot of people just grouped up, and that's a lot of opportunity for high kill games. So like I was saying about my college, like, where my college is, it's a big public university. It's called Texas Tech. I've always wanted to go there. Both my parents went there. They're both alumni. But I've always just wanted to go there. It's really like 10 minutes away from my house, so I'm actually staying at home. I'm not living in the dorm. So it just being the first day, I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I kind of just like, there's like maps and there's like buildings, like where if you go on like the Apple Maps or the Google Maps, it'll like show you where you need to go for the building wise. But I just wasn't really sure like off the start. So like I got there and I just really wasn't sure like which building it was, because I knew the name of it's the electrical engineering building, but there's so many different like engineering buildings on Tech campus itself. So I literally tried to go there and I landed at a totally different engineering building. So I was really late to my first ever class at college just because I went to the wrong building. So I was late there. I asked a lady, she helped me out. She's actually really nice. So I was just like 10 minutes late to class. It was no big deal. I have math and is pre-calculus right in the morning. So I'll talk about that here really in a second. But so I was just late to my first period ever, and I mean, that's not a big deal. I'm a freshman. I don't really know where I'm going at the time. Ooh, got the heavy sniper. But anybody that really knows me knows that, like, I'm really a procrastinator. Like, I will wait to the last available second to do something. So when it came to, like, on Sunday, again, I just want to say sorry for not doing the tournament. But Sunday, I literally waited and had to do a lot of stuff for class that I probably should have done a long time ago, but knowing me, I just procrastinated and I wait till the last second, as always. So I literally had to get my parking, which was like last second, especially since like I waited till like the last day right before class to get my parking. I didn't get the best parking. Well, I take that back. It's not like super far away from the campus, but just like in retrospect to like my old high school, like my high school was like literally the parking lot was like just a minute walk. Like you just walk across the street and you're right at your high school. But college is a whole different ball game. Like you are so far just because Tech's a big campus. I know there's like a local like private college that's like right near my old high school, and it's a lot smaller campus, but like Tech, it being a big public university, there's a whole lot of buildings. It's a super huge campus. So like I got the parking, I'm parking near the north towards the football field, and getting to like my first class is at least like a 7-minute walk. At least just me just being like a gamer, I'm never outside, so I need to get that extra exercise in. I was already talking to BMAC, like one of the guys that play on PS4 with Jaden's friend as well, and I was just talking about, I was like, BMAC, I'm literally going to lose like 15 pounds from this first 2 weeks of school. Like I am walking so much. I was literally like, got to my first class, I was sweaty just because I didn't know where I was going. I was a little nervous just because I didn't know this was my first ever day of college. So I was a little nervous about that, and then I was already like not at the right building, so a lot of just stuff wasn't going right for me. But we got it done. Bro, where am I getting shot from? Oh, if I would have hit that shot. He's still up there. He's literally like a tree. Let me hit him. Bro, there we go. We finally got the knockdown. He's like just standing there. 212 snipe too. That wasn't bad. But yeah, so rolling up to the first ever day, I didn't really take, like, I should have probably got there a lot earlier than I did. I got there like 20 minutes before class started, and I thought that was like plenty of time just because at my old high school, I'll get there. I know like obviously the campus is a lot bigger, but I was like, okay, I know where the building is, I'm pretty sure. and I feel like I can just walk there pretty quick. It shouldn't be that long, but I was definitely wrong. I got there, so I show up to like some engineering building. I mean, it said engineering. There's a sign like right there. Got another knock. Nice, bro. This heavy sniper is literally insane. Me and Jaden, we honestly think it's the best used sniper. Anybody from the stream know we always like hype it up. It's a really good sniper. Oh, this guy's far. Oh, that would've been nasty. Got another knock. Bro, there's so many people coming at me. He built up. Let me knock this down. Oh, yep, that's dead. Oh, he didn't die. Bro, I'm hitting. What am I doing? Bro, no, I got knocked. Bro, they always do that in 50v50. They always go for the BM right off the start. Yeah, so first class, I'm late. Everybody's like already in there. They actually already like started the course. It was really weird. I wasn't expecting that. Like, because usually for the first day of college, they just kind of go over the syllabus, which is basically just like what they're going to do the entire semester. So what you're going to be doing from like day one all the way to like your final exam, so your finals. So I thought it was just going to be like that, but I literally walked in pre-cal. They're already doing like stuff on the bar. I'm like, okay, like I go to the back. I mean, math's kind of like my strong suit, like, so I already caught up to that. It was super easy. Like they're just kind of doing like review stuff, but I get to the very back and our teacher, like I'm not trying to like call her out or anything, but she's just really quiet. So like whenever she's talking, and there's like 40 some people in the class, like, and I'm all the way in the back, whenever she's talking, it's just super hard to hear. And then they have some TVs on the side of the board, but honestly, I think just like playing a lot of video games, my eyes are starting to like not get very good. And just my parents, they both have not very good eyes, so it was kind of blurry from back there. So like today on Tuesday, I wanted to sit like in the middle. I got there today, but the first day I was all over the way in the back. She was talking super quiet. She kind of has an accent, which I mean, that's nothing like against her. Like I'm okay with that, but it's just like it kind of makes it super hard to like listen to what she's actually saying. So first like class period, like I mean, I got it done. We didn't have any homework obviously because it's college, so like they just had it on the syllabus like when we're gonna have homework, when we're gonna have exams, and I think that's kind of cool. Just because like high school, you like never know if you actually have homework. You show up to the class, and it's like, okay, do I have homework today or do I get lucky? Do I get passed? College is kind of different just because, and I kind of like it just because they tell you when you have homework, they tell you when you have exams, so you kind of plan for it. So I finished up with that class for math, and then right after that, there's like a 10-minute window where I can like get to my next class just because like the whole campus is so big, you have a lot more time than like high school or middle school. So I get over to my next class, and I actually met a guy. We have like the same classes back to back. He's pretty cool. His name's Ricardo. So right after that, I actually had English, and that was pretty easy. We just kind of went over the syllabus and stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of English in general or like writing, so I'm not sure how that class is going to go, but I'm not bad at it. I just don't like doing it. I'm more of like a math sort of guy. So I mean, we were talking about like how there's going to be like a pretty good amount of papers that we're going to have to do. But yeah, I actually showed up to that class late too, just because I guess like we got let out a little bit later from math, so I was kind of a little late, running a little late already. But just the campus, how big it is, the next class is actually a pretty good walk away. With like tech, there's like this big roundabout. I don't know how many of you guys like have licenses, you know what it is, but basically a roundabout is just like a street that you can kind of like go to different streets. So it's like a four-way stop kind of, but you can like get onto like, it's a big circle drive thing, so you can just kind of like go off. There's a lot of them in like Europe and different places like that. You don't see it a lot in the US just because it's not very common, but in the middle of Tech's campus they have one of those. So that's kind of like the big meeting ground between like all of the classes. So like right around there, that's usually where a lot of kids are like walking, and that's kind of like a big central point. So after English was done, I actually had an hour like in between my next class, which was history. So in between there, I didn't have any breakfast, so I just ran over. There's like so many, I don't know how many of you guys have Chick-fil-A's, or you always like hear me in the stream saying how good Chick-fil-A is. Literally like I threw it out, but I actually had Chick-fil-A again this morning. It's so good. So for classes in high school, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I used to go to public school back when I lived in Illinois and before I like moved to Texas. So when I moved to Texas, I actually started going to a private school, which there's like a lot less people, so the class size is a lot smaller. Like we'd have like 10, 15 kids in each class, but like in public school there'd be like a lot more. There'd be like around 30 or even more than that. But coming into college, I kind of expected the same thing just because it's a public university, so it's gonna be a lot bigger class size. I did not expect what I was gonna see when I walked into history. Like I walked into history, I wasn't even sure I was in the right room just because like the name on the outside was literally an auditorium. So I walk into history, and there's, I'm not even lying to you guys, nearly like 400 people in that class. Like it is just a whole big auditorium filled with kids. There's so many kids in there. The teacher's down there, she's got a couple teacher's aides, but just in general is like such a crazy like change just coming from high school where I have like 15 kids in one class, just like a little class coming to college and just having that little lecture with not even little lecture, it's a big lecture just because there's like 400 people in there. I did not expect that at all. So I walked in there, I kind of like, I found my seat, and I was just like, I was kind of like up in there, like it was kind of hard to even see like down on the teacher, like they had like just side screens right next where you can see like what she was actually talking about, like all the PowerPoints and all that. But I actually want to know from you guys, like, what is your class size like for each class that you go to? Because like back when I went to like public school, it'd be like kind of bigger, but I know with like some of you guys maybe go to private school, so I had around like 15, so I don't even know like how big like each of your classes are. I know you guys are mostly like high school, middle school, so drop a comment on that. I want to see what you guys actually say because I'm kind of interested in that. So I end my history class. It's like 11:50 at that point. And at that point, I had no more class for the day, so I just went home. But overall, it was a pretty good first day. I kind of like at the start, I obviously stumbled. I went to the wrong building. I didn't know where I was going, and I was like late to my first ever class of college. But overall, I think it was a pretty good day. Just kind of getting used to like having to walk really far to like get to every class. It's going to be kind of an adjustment, but I can actually bring a bike, so I might start doing that. Just get around a lot quicker. There's like bike locks. Jane, if you're watching this, I'm going to get one of your bike locks just because he has an extra and we were talking about it. But yeah, that's the big thing. The only thing I think I've struggled with is really just waking up in the morning. I'm not the biggest like just school fan in general, but like especially 8 a.m.s. Just me being a freshman, I actually like went to orientation like one of the last times you go. So again, procrastinating. That was basically my first ever day of college. Overall, I think it was a really good experience. I'm really excited for this year. I've started meeting a lot of cool people. Obviously, I'm already friends with like Jade and stuff, and we're going to be hanging out a lot more, and like Michael and all them. Still the same stuff, but a lot more streaming, a lot more videos going to come. You guys did enjoy this video and more videos. You want more videos like this in the future, be sure to leave a like and a comment. Make sure you guys have those bells ring just because you never know with YouTube with like all the notifications going out. Because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start uploading the videos right after I'm done with streaming, so be expecting that a lot more. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys all did enjoy. I will be back tomorrow. See you!
Yeah, I just on the drop. Shit, I took out the top. Shit, I fucked on the thought. Shit, I took the bitch out. Yeah, I ain't to the pat. Yeah, I took all the pat.